5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, January 11th, 2025. How you doing? Let's see here. Go over to Restream. Restream is live. And X starts happening over on X. Let's see. We got X is doing great. Twitch. Hey, how you doing, Twitch? Good morning. And Twitch is up and running. YouTube is up and running. And so is Kick. Alright, yay! We're off the ground and running. Morning. Alright. Got some water. So, let's get into actually exercising. Yay! Okay. Oh yeah. How did I do that? Let's go. Oh yeah, right. Gonna fire up my camera first. Waiting for my phone to connect. Interesting. If this makes a difference. Just trying to get my phone. Why just having a problem starting my camera on the phone so we can do some workout, you know? Uh-oh. For whatever reason, show up. Fortunately, I think I'll have to restart my camera software. I don't know if that's going to kill the camera or what that's going to do. I'll even have to kill OBS. I don't know. We'll see. See what we can do. Well, the camera's still working. Good sign. Hurry with that. Well. the reboot. Hey, Bontrix. Wow. I'm not going to be able to get my camera working. Well, that's gonna suck. I can't seem to get to recognize at all. Nope, not shown up at all. We'll have to figure out how to get this to work and what the corrective action is to fix that. But I guess we'll just proceed with what we can. Alright, then we'll do it again. Let's see here. Oh, what's this? Money Goblin is now following. Well, thank you very much, Money Goblin, for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, I can't get my camera going. That sucks. Alright, so let's go try and do some exercise. Yeah. Okay, well, this is really gonna mess things up. Try. I'm just changing some notifications for my do a test on my chat, see if I can hear this.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
Okay.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
All right.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
Okay.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Where to my face?
why that's the only sound they but it is. Alright. Now we got our sound set up in 17. Again. Again, I don't hear anything. Oh, I guess I'm not hearing any in chat. Well, let's get this show. Unfortunately, because I can't get my camera working, you won't be able to see anything. That me doing some workout. And only from this camera. That sucks. Here we go. 11. Seven push-ups. Squat. Seven push-ups. Squats. Seven push-ups. Now we'll just go through his tutorial to see the next.
Just a dream. The next day you called me up. You told me I'm your little buttercup. You came over and you fell into my arms. Well, I know what just what I feel. Please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover, a hopeless lover, hopeless lover. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, and I can't get enough, can't get enough, I can't get enough, I can't get enough. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover, hopeless lover, hopeless lover. And that's what I am. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish this girl were mine. And I can't get enough. A hopeless lover.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not feeling good. I'm gonna pop exercising there and I'll carry on with the rest of the show. Hold on.
Got a two-tongue weight from my hairline to my backbone, and it's dragging me around, but I don't listen. All your critics are red. Mind your own business. That's right. Better run red lights. Now watch me fly.
Hey, let's see. Is this gonna work? Hey, it does. Hey, what's happening out there? Would be nice if I get my camera working. It suddenly decided to stop. And doesn't look like it's gonna come back. How do I do? Alright. Well. Yeah. Well. Hey. Yeah, not feeling good. See what else you can find. Well, I guess we'll look at our video that we were gonna look at, and yeah, we'll go from there. Our schedule for the week is such. Here, let's look. Today we're gonna be doing science truth, more religious truth, Monday man's truth. Tuesday we might change, I don't know. Wednesday, woman's truth. Thursday, relationship. Excuse me. Yeah. And Friday, recap. Which later we'll be finishing off all of the items that we didn't get through in our recap last night. Yeah, so we'll go with today's video, or this morning's, which is there we go. 3 decisions that will define your 2025 and change your life. It's 12 minutes long. We'll go ahead and give that a spin. Turn off our music here. And away we go.
I want to talk about how you can change your life in under a year. And you might be thinking, is that even possible? Okay, change my life, it means this whole massive 180. Making this your breakout year, I don't think is a lack of cold plunges, getting up at 5 a.m., writing smart goals. You know, all that can help and work for you. I think it's more so commitments. When I was really like thinking about this video and what I wanted to share here, 3 commitments that you make to yourself, it'll make change easier, happen faster. It'll give you that decision. The very first commitment you need to make, get clear. In college, I was more interested in entrepreneurship than what I was learning in class. And I said that I wanted to build my own business after I graduate. In between classes, I would film YouTube videos, and podcasts were just starting around this time, like 2010. And I was really into health and fitness. And so I got the great idea to launch my podcast, Dude, Where's My Health?
Yo, what up, dudes? Dudettes. We got the iTunes podcast, Dude, Where's My Health? I am so incredibly...
I think I scrubbed it from the internet. So I'm like 21 years old, hungover in my dorm room in my boxers, interviewing this guy, like, gluten from that beer I drank, like, what's it doing to me, dude? At this time, I had no clue how this podcast or where it was gonna go at all, but I just did something. I didn't want to stay stuck. I wanted to take action. I read this in Think and Grow Rich. It was take out a index card, like a 3x5 note card, and write your goal and put it above your bed or somewhere where you can see it 2 times a day. I wrote down a crazy goal that by this time next year, I want to make $10,000 of self-generated income off my podcast. And so I'm like, okay, I want to make $10,000 of self-generated income by this time next year. And I took it and I put it above my bunk bed that I had flipped upside down so it was like a coffin, and I would read it 2 times a day, morning and night. Now back to the podcasting. So I was interviewing these health experts, and one of them, I guess my enthusiasm caught the attention of him. He's like, hey man, I know someone who's looking for a radio host for their blog and they want to do this podcast thing. Would you be interested? And I went from being a kid in my dorm room, you know, emailing guests to interview them, to having like an agent who would reach out. And, you know, I was interviewing New York Times bestselling authors. I was interviewing people like Mark Sisson with Primal Kitchen, and, you know, Dave Asprey and Wim Hof and David Perlmutter, like really official guests. Things just started happening. The momentum was picking up. And long story short, I added up the invoices on December of that year, and I had made over $10,631 from that show. And the reason I tell you that story is because once I got clear on the target I wanted, things just started happening. It's impossible for you to change this year if you remain unclear. So the first exercise I want to give you, all right, is take out a 3x5 note card and write your one goal that in 12 months time, if it came true, you would be like, holy cow, I cannot believe that happened. For me, this was $10,000 of podcast revenue. So for you, this could be, you want to lose weight, great, how much? You want to get in a relationship, great, what do they look like? How is your relationship? You want to start a business, great, what kind of business? How does it start? And just like make it one goal, but as clear as you can get it. And then what you do is you put this where you can read it 2 times a day, in the morning and at night. So you can put it on your bathroom mirror, you're brushing your teeth, you know, you're looking at this thing. You can put this by your bed, right there, you're reading this thing. We're not going after 5 things, we're going after one thing. So instead of spreading yourself thin in 5 different sporadic uses of your energy, you're concentrating that like a magnifying glass. You're putting all the energy into this one thing. And I promise you this year, you're gonna get way more done than the other 3 years where you've been trying to go after this. This is what CEOs do when they take over a company. What is the first thing they do? Do you know? It's give me the numbers. Give me the data on everything. I don't want your opinion on what's happening. I wanna see what's happening with my own eyes. When you work with a personal trainer, the first thing they do, they track everything. How many calories, everything that goes in your mouth, I wanna see. Why do we do that in other areas when we're trying to make a change? Because we want the data, we wanna get honest. We don't wanna go with what we think is happening or what the story we're telling is. We wanna focus on what is objectively true. And so if you wanna change your life this year, this step, this commitment is to get honest. Ditching the stories and looking objectively at why we haven't achieved this yet. I thought of a funny story on this to really illustrate this to you. As a kid, I was really into music, and I was super into like My Chemical Romance. I was this emo kid, and I'd go in my room after school every day and I'd shut the door and I would just sing really loud. Headphones in, just singing. It's the worst thing I could say. You know, I'd get really thirsty, so I'd come out and get some water. My mom's like, wow, Clark, you're doing really good. That's best effort. Yeah, I know, I got some pipes. Well then, one day, I got GarageBand. Great, I can record this masterpiece I've been working on. And I hit record and I'm belting it. I go to listen, and I am terrified. It sounds like if you were hunting and when you ring a duck and it's mixed with someone who's tone deaf trying to sing. I think I became a drummer the next day. Now, why am I telling you this story? Because there's a difference between what's objectively true and what we think is true. I thought I was crushing it. I thought that when my mom said best effort, she meant objectively, you're a good singer. And then you record yourself and you're like, wow, I suck. That's the truth. But it's so hard to see, and we want to like tell ourselves, no, it's this, when really it's this. And if you want to change your life this year, you have to be like, I suck at singing, and that is okay, because now we can actually improve. But if we're telling ourselves a story about it, or trying to see it differently, or like lying to ourselves, we're never gonna make it, and it's gonna be another 12 months of the same thing, I promise. All change starts with honesty. This is not negative. Everything you want in your life, if you want to change it, you have to get honest and see it for as it is, not better than it is, or not worse. There's no excuse, and that's great. But if there's any reason, I want you to.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, I think do this. I'm gonna write this down. Somehow I lost my pad of paper here. See if I can. Ah, we found the pen. I swore I had another pad, but hey, we'll get another one. So make a T chart or whatever. One side. What do I need to achieve goal? Other side. Reason why I have not achieved that yet. Okay, that's cool. Thanks. Keep going.
Write it down. And then the last part is I want you to look at that list and say, is this really true? Objectively, can I know for certain that this is true? Has there been other people who thought this and still achieved what I'm trying to do? And another one that's amazing, how would I operate if this wasn't really true?
Wait a sec. Can I know for certain this is true?
Certain that this is true. Has there been other people who thought this and still achieved what I'm trying to do?
Has there been others that did this?
Do. And another one that's amazing, how would I operate if this wasn't really true?
How would I operate if this wasn't true? Okay. Seems like some good advice. Number 3, let's see what.
So you've gotten clear, you've gotten honest. There's one more commitment to make. And this is the most important one. This is to get moving. I mentioned, you know, there was times where I set goals and I was so frustrated because I'm like, I set this goal last year. Well, the other part of the story is I made a drastic move. I was like, this business is the most important thing that I could write on my note card. I got honest with the reasons I thought I couldn't do it. And then I got moving. And literally here, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do something big. I'm gonna move from Seattle, this environment that I felt was holding me back, and I'm gonna buy a one-way ticket and go to Scottsdale, Arizona, and just try for 6 to 12 months. And I'm not gonna actually come back to Seattle until my business is doing 7 figures. I'm so frustrated, I'm just gonna make it happen. And within 12, that's probably 18 months of doing that, the business was making over 7 figures. The YouTube channel was exploding. But for you, more practically, get moving is, what do you know you should be doing, but you aren't? And I don't think, like for me, guys, when I grew.
What do you know you should be doing but aren't?
My business and moved here, you know, it totally broke through the plateau. I didn't do anything that was drastically different that I didn't know how to do. It wasn't anything new that I had to go out and seek, and it unlocked everything for me. It was just applying this dormant knowledge that had been laying dormant and tapping into that and doing it to the best of my ability. So for you, like, I don't think this 180 version of you or changing your life this year is going to necessarily mean you have to learn anything new. I think it just is tapping into what you already know and using it 100%. You can't achieve this without dedicating time to it. So practically here, I would get up, make a commitment, and for 2 hours every day, you're gonna dedicate 2 hours to your most important thing that you wrote down. And over the course of a year, that's over 600 hours that you're gonna have to this thing. If you said getting in shape was the most important thing, and you're 100% on that, you think if you do 2 hours a day, you know, that's enough time to see some progress. Of course. You say building a business, 2 hours a day. You know, it's not 6 or 7 or 8, but if those 2 hours are focused, of course. Getting in a relationship, okay, maybe this is doing the inner work. Why did my last relationship fail? What's really holding me back from feeling like I can connect with people? Maybe you go to see a therapist. Maybe you're journaling. Maybe you're cleaning up yourself and making yourself the most presentable, best version of yourself, because 10s attract 10s. You focus 2 hours on that every single morning. So see, like, whatever your goal is, those 2 hours, you can do so much over the course of a year. Because if you do these 3 commitments, you get clear, you write down what you want, you get honest. Why haven't I done it in the past? Do I want that to be true? What's really holding me back? And hopefully you realize there's nothing. And then you get moving 2 hours a day on this one thing. I promise you, come back to this video next year or when things start happening and type your results. And I just want to see a thread of like, I did this and here's what happened. That'd be really cool. You want to get on our email list and get the 11 questions that will help you. I'll link down below. Subscribers get this for free. It's 11 of my favorite journaling questions that changed my life, and I know they'll change yours. Thanks so much for being here. Love you. See you in the next one. Stop settling, start living. Peace.
Oh, very nice. Very good video. No, I didn't realize, didn't throw that in the chat. That's the video if you want to support them. Very good video. And yeah, well, I would show you me making breakfast and get my day underway. But unfortunately, my camera doesn't want to work. So we won't do that today. Maybe I'll have it working for tomorrow and we'll try doing it. We'll be back later tonight at 12 hours, 6 p.m. with our daily shoe. All right. Have a good one. And yeah, we'll see you in a little bit. Yeah. See you later.